So yeah, so I don't know. Why did Renju kill Shoko? I don't know, man. Renju's off his fucking rockers, dude.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit.
Oh.
One person. And that person is...
Don't let me say. The boss? Guessing is us.
Yes. You.
I mean, not us. Like, the boss.
The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not boss. The person inside boss's head.
Oh.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
Hey, here we go.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
But this is knowledge from another timeline.
Mind, consciousness,
Another
memory,
route, right?
they are traded,
Which?
switched.
That was pewter. Unknown it says, but it's pewter, right?
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body.
Damn. People are doing...
After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris.
Oh, no.
After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body. Inside her head.
Saw Hitomi. Is it Hitomi? Hitomi? After we're gonna see, like, a menacing face.
I see.
Oh?
If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Menacing face. Menacing face. Suspect. Oh, who the hell are you?
Saito Sejima. Congressman Sejima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
But are we Saito? Is our body Saito? Who's us? That's the $1,000,000 question. Give me the details of each crime.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine?
The little birdie told me.
You also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of. Why is that?
That's...
Confidential.
Regaining your memories, are you?
Oh, here we go.
Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
Yeah, I got a big flowchart. I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Who was inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
Alright.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite, the one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I hope
Moving
so.
on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Right.
I'm telling you,
Oh, Jesus.
it was me.
Menacing face, menacing face.
Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? And something else was troubling me.
What's going on here?
We're Saito. Our body is Saito, but who's us? Who's us? Who we're controlling right now?
Fine. I still have time.
I don't know.
Time.
You'll see.
Maybe I have a split personality.
So, where do you want me to start?
Who am I? Just past midnight on Tuesday. Joker was killed on Friday. If you think about that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Alright, day 1, what you do?
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced. Switched personalities. And then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line.
Yeah,
Must
that's
have been
right.
around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Alright, yeah, Mizuki, daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Alright, day 2.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway,
Alright, damn.
I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's
Oops,
body,
sorry.
I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car.
Oda.
It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him. But I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Right. Day 3.
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am, of course, referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned.
Play
I
Shovel
went to
Forge.
Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left, I ran into you, Date.
Remember what we did? I can't remember.
To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right?
No idea.
Then you synced into my mind.
This is where we saw the crazy serial killings. And me.
But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred.
Oda.
I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m.
Let me see what happened there again. Yeah. Oh. Only, yeah, so was so... so content on that.
I was in the body of Sosajima. It was a new day.
You just took your dad's body. Yeah, continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location, Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly?
Then you finnered killed him.
That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
And Monday.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies, and after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces.
Yeah, and then we saw...
I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Oh, Sido. What we're gonna do? Thought I spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why didn't the sink victims resist after waking? I'm guessing
The prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Why do you take out your victim eye? Oh, here we go. Here it is. This will explain more.
You
Most
know
like-
all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket. Then they travel down the optic nerve canal to the brain. But the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you have to remove the left eye, manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket, otherwise the cable cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has an optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back into the socket. It's supposed to be safe, side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them.
Don't want them, don't need them.
All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Like, where are the eyeballs? Go.
Shoko's is in Renju.
Yep, we found that one out.
Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss.
You.
Their stomachs, I mean.
Yeah, even you.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Alright, why did you display the bodies the way we get into the...
To harass you. I wanted to bring out the hatred in you. That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park.
Who is us though? Who are we? I want to know. Here's the big...
That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
The motive. Here we go.
Homicide is my hobby.
Alright.
I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes.
Yeah, of course.
I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them.
Just on a rampant...
It was also a matter of revenge. Against you.
Who is us though?
It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me.
Oh.
But don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Oh. Revenge against me?
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home.
Yeah, that's right.
Same goes for me.
Alright. Okay, let's get to the root then.
When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My
Here we go.
body.
Oh, here we go. There it is.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago.
What happened 6 years ago?
That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
Alright, he had, yeah, Saito had a... Not disorder, but...
You mean?
Who the fuck am I? That's the $1 million question.
He was born with a brain dysfunction.
Yeah, dysfunction, yeah.
Due to damage to the posterior
I was gonna say brain
pituitary
disorder,
gland,
but...
he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Well, this was the MO. Right here. Wants to feel happy.
That's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body is yours. Right, that's right. Here it is. That's the clap.
That's what I've been telling you!
Oh, Jesus.
I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency
Who,
you did.
who am I? I'm not... Who am
That
I?
is because I regularly supplement it.
Oh. I bet you're...
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned, only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
Is it?
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. Yeah, I'm confused. I didn't understand any of it. So, who started this? Who did this?
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point.
Alright, okay.
Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So,
Sojima.
And before So?
Iris.
Iris. And before that, Renju.
Then
And
Shoko.
before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Whose body were you in before Shoko? You
I
tell
was a
me?
parasite
Oh, no.
inside Rohan's brain 6 years
Alright.
ago until last year.
Rohan's brain.
I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
Oh. Oh god. I didn't really need the
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
interpretation there. Or the construction of that. Damn.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan.
How did I took
Using
Saito's body?
Shoko's
How did I take Saito's brain?
I spied on you all this time.
Oh
That's
god.
why I know everything about you.
Who were you before Rohan?
In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on.
It doesn't make sense.
If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
Who am I?
It was in Rohan.
What?
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words,
I'm 89?
That's...
It all makes sense.
Am I real?
So who's in 89? I'm 89. Alright. I'm a fucking assassin, dude. Met up with Hitomi, yeah? Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up.
Uh-oh.
I want my body back.
No. No.
It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Oh no. Oh no.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Aiba, where's the source?
it is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Oh. Yeah, I'm getting hot and bothered, man. Oh shit. That's Saito. Alright. Get out of here. The big conclusion. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna comply. Maybe I won't. No, I'm gonna fuck inside your fucking sink, mate.
Date?
See? I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Date?
They tell me this is the end. Wrong end. No, I'm gonna... Oh shit, he actually did it. What have I done?
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However,
Or
it
maybe...
might be too late
Hold
by
on.
now.
What?
No. What? Don't blow up. You gotta be kidding.
Why?
What a madman.
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it.
Be seeing you.
I said Iba. We got one last thing.
Date, are you alright?
Iba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy. Hazy. A heap of broken images. Sweat was building up on my palms. Felt like my throat was closing up, and I was struggling for breath. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Joko, Renju, Iris, Oda, Hitomi. Boss. The flesh remains, the mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
The words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who or where or why, but I thought that if there really was such a world, then me in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
I prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. Who's 89? Who's 89? That's the end. I thought we were gonna do the annihilation route and ooh. Got a few more left. This might be the last session. Who's 89? Who the fuck's 89, dude? I don't even know. It's not Saito. Oh no, it might be. I don't even know. Begin the opposite. Begin. Start. Oh, Sai. It might be. It might. You know, it might. Actually, it might be Saito. I don't know. Yeah, it must be. Must be, right? Oh. There's Renju.
You're awake.
Damn it!
I don't think you can release yourself.
Well, do something about it.
What is it you expect me to do?
Come out of my eye socket and get this off of me.
I cannot.
Why not?
My body has short-circuited. It must have been the electric currents from earlier.
Gah.
But fortunately, my communication functions are still operational. I attempted to reach HQ and Abyss personnel for support.
And?
No response.
They ignored you?
There must be pressure from the higher-ups, likely a result of Congressman Tsujima's interference.
He thinks I'm investigating Monika's case.
That is not the only reason. So Tsujima holds a personal grudge against you. He wants you dead. That is likely why Pewter is attempting to delete my data.
Are you okay?
For now. But if they breach my final layer of ice, they will destroy me.
Oh yeah, Ibert is
I
dying.
would cease to exist.
Ibert, there may be one last thing we could do. Who the hell's... Who's 89? Saito?
You're Saito Tsushima.
Alright, okay, Saito.
Oh, so you figured it out.
Renju's body on the ground. Without his left eye. You were inside Renju, weren't you? Until just now? You used the machine to exchange minds, then got rid of his body.
Close, but you're a little off. I didn't get rid of the body. He died of natural causes. But what interests me more is you. How do you know you can use the sync machine to exchange minds? The way you're talking makes me think you know why I took out his left eye.
But how? How do I know that? Why do I know that? Come on, man. Why do I know about Saito? The prototype machine. Changing personalities.
The current. Did it unlock your memories?
Yeah, we went to a terrible end.
Then tell me, this body was originally...
Mine.
Yeah.
That means your body...
This is your body. Isn't it, Saito?
Words came out easily. I don't know why. But in a moment of harsh realization, I knew. 89's body is mine. And my body is the Saito's.
Well, if you know that much, then this should be easy.
So who's... I don't understand. No, Renju died of natural causes, right? So I don't know what the fuck he was doing throughout.
Give me back my body.
Where is Iris and Hitomi?
Don't worry, I haven't killed them. Yet.
Yet?
The brain you are currently occupying has an interesting quirk. It releases a flood of dopamine and endorphins when it kills. I thought I'd take that brain back before killing those two. In front of you, of course. Which is why I haven't killed them yet. Such beautiful eyes. I was going to begin the sync, but I think I've changed my mind. I want to see you mad. But what will really set you off?
If you don't shut your mouth right now.
All right, talking it is. What should I say? Do you have any questions for me?
They're all fuck yous. It's early Wednesday morning. Joker was killed last Friday. That was day 1, which makes today day 6. Do we have to say that? Alright, what was Saito up to? I decided to ask him what he did. Alright, day 1, come on. Saito explained what he did on Friday. 4 a.m. Saito began his plan against Shoko. He called Renju into this abandoned factory and switched bodies with him. Alright. No, this doesn't explain why I even have fucking 89 here. After taking Renju's body, Saito killed Shoko. They brought the body to Bloom Park. Yeah, as he explained to me, I somehow felt that I knew already. I didn't understand why. It felt like it was being etched into my brain. And we know the story. Oh yeah, why was the have rental?
Oh, right. I put that there. When I was fixing Shoko's body on the horse, her phone fell out of her clothes. I forgot that I had given her one. I didn't want to take it with me, and I didn't want to toss it away. So, I decided to push it into the mouth of the horse.
The merry-go-round horse's mouth was hollow, which allowed the phone to fall down into its body.
I was still in Renju's body. My next target was Iris. If I asked her to come to the abandoned factory, I knew she would be skeptical, so I called her to Sunfish Pocket. I even video called her, but for some reason, she said no. This was around 5 p.m. I was still Renju, the president of Lemniscate. I didn't think I would have any trouble getting her to trust me, but...
Date, do you remember?
21st of September?
Saturday evening after syncing with Mizuki.
Alright.
Inside the Somnium, you thought you saw Iris's body, so you called her.
Yeah.
The time was 4:52 p.m., right before Renju called Iris. You told her.
Stay in your house.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Lock the door and stay at home.
Iris didn't accept Saito's proposition because of your warning. If you did not warn her...
She would have been taken here.
I decided to pick her up in Renju's car.
Alright. Okay,
I
yeah.
thought that if she saw me in person, she would trust me. However...
You got in an accident around 6:10 p.m. and lost consciousness.
So unlucky. My
Unlucky.
plans were ruined, but my ultimate goal is still achievable. So it's all good.
Alright, so that's where the natural cause is, I assume. Alright, day 3.
After the accident, my body was taken to Central Hospital. I regained consciousness just past 12 a.m. Sunday. The surgery was a success, but Renju's organs were in a horrible state. But I had somewhere to be. I left the hospital, rented a car, and headed to Iris's house.
I know what happened after that. You got to the Sagan household at 2 a.m. You pushed the intercom button.
He was sweating buckets and he came up to me with this begging look in his eyes. He said, "Come with me."
You got Iris to come with you, but when you tried to bring her here...
I got scared. I pulled my hand away and ran.
Oh, you know that too? But you're exactly right. I was planning to put her to sleep in the car, but I didn't have my drugs on me. The sleeping pills were inside Renju's crushed car.
Oh, thank God the accident, eh?
I was pushing my luck. My plan and my body were both in shambles. I'm sure the painkillers were affecting me as well. My mind was scrambled, and I couldn't think straight. I couldn't chase after her. I needed to sleep. I managed to make it back here and collapsed on the ground. Next thing I knew, it was the next day. I woke up around noon on Monday. Renju's body was about to expire.
Alright, day 4.
By Monday, Renju's body was almost completely dead. And of course, my consciousness as well. That's when I got a call from a Mr. Amanoma. The man you call Pewter.
Leave the story after that.
The boss told me that number 89 was
Alright,
coming.
yeah, he was setting up 89.
Then Renju asked, "Is there any way we can let number 89 escape?"
The Pewter came up with a plan to help 89 escape. Rohan, as 89. Oh, right, he was 89. But 89 was in... Rohan's body. I still don't understand. When was the... Alright, yeah, Rohan as 89 got into the car with Saito as Renju, fled from the police. So why do you want 89 to escape?
When I heard that number 89 was coming to Abyss HQ, I came up with a plan. Iris trusts this number 89, this body.
Well, she doesn't
I
know.
thought I could use it to get to her. And there was another reason. I planned on eventually switching bodies with you.
All this shit again.
You and I would get our original bodies back. And after I do that, I will kill Iris and Hitomi.
When did 89 swap with Rohan?
In
No,
front
I
of
forgot.
you. Well,
It was just a
you're
few minutes ago.
body. A rather nice plan if I do say so myself. That's why I asked Pewter to help number 89 escape. I wanted this bot.
Alright, at all costs. What happened after you escaped?
I brought Rohan, who was inside number 89's body, to the abandoned factory. Rohan was my partner in the Cyclops serial killings 6 years ago. So naturally, we had a lot to talk about, but I didn't have much time left. Not to sound like a broken record, but Renju's body was almost done. It was completely useless at this point. So, I put Rohan to sleep and began the sink. As a result, this happened.
Renju.
It's just like I told you. He died of natural causes.
Right, about the shooting on Monday.
Just mercenaries I hired. After I woke up Monday, I arranged the hit. They were expensive, but I had access to Renju's bank account. I paid them with his money. Of course, my intention was only to kidnap Iris, but after I got this body, I didn't really need them anymore. But they had already been paid good money, so I decided to leave the arrangements as they were. And then, Pewter. I told him about Iris and hiring the assassins. I told him he could use them for whatever he needed. And he acted on his own, without consulting me.
Alright, day 5.
I called Iris about 24 hours ago. Tuesday at 1:40 a.m., I started a video chat with Iris. Long time no see. I'm sorry to call you out of the blue like this, but I need to see you. Iris got so excited that she dropped her guard. I told her where to meet, and she agreed right away. It was all according to plan.
All according to Keikaku.
I knew that if I looked like him, she would do anything.
I've been looking for him for 6 years.
I see. That is why Iris left Matsushita Diner.
So the person she trusts most.
It's me.
You, Date. Number 89's current body was originally yours.
After Iris got into the car, I put her to sleep. I restrained her and called Hitomi.
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies.
I used Iris to reel in Hitomi. And you. Thanks for being so cooperative. But you did drag your feet. I was getting tired of waiting.
Right, 18 years ago.
I was only 12, but I remember it vividly. On that day, 18 years ago, I heard my dad on the phone. I'm going to see Monica. I followed him. I got into a taxi and followed my dad's car. He went to the Harbor Warehouse District.
Oh, here we go. Why did you kill Monica?
I've only ever been happy when I was killing something. Before Monica, I would kill cats and pigeons. It was the only way I could feel happiness. The only way I could feel anything. But like a drug, I eventually grew a tolerance to it. Next, I'll kill a human. That's when I found out about Monica. That woman took my dad from me, and she stole all the happiness from my house. So I chose her as a target. I was born with a brain disorder. I can't secrete oxytocin from my pituitary gland. And I didn't have a mother. Not a real one, I mean. My mom died giving birth to me. So, naturally, my emotions toward my dad were complicated. Sometimes I think, if I didn't kill Monica, would things be different?
No, I didn't.
Maybe the murders 6 years
No,
ago
probably.
never would have happened. Me, you, Rohan. Maybe none of us would have gotten mixed up in this. And maybe Shoko Nodami never would have gotten killed. Isn't destiny a curious thing? One mistake can change so many lives.
Alright.
Sorry, I don't have anything else to say to you.
Alright, thanks, mate.
And even I'm growing tired of seeing that twisted, angry face of yours. So, shall we get started? Give me my body back.
No.
What a strange fake eye. Oh well.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
All right, it's ready.
What's happening here?
This is the sink room.
Oh, what's going on here?
That was...
Don't have either.
Damn it, why can't I wake up?
Not me.
Doesn't look like footage from a surveillance camera.
Oh. 2 mental lock. 3 mental locks. Yo, this is pretty sick. So he's doing the sinking shit. Oh shit, I've got 5 mental locks? Make more 6. Search Kaname Dade. Dade Kaname. Abyss Special Agent. Verify identity.
What?
Oh, he's making movement. Oh shit, uh-oh. Yo, this is the most fucking... He's on Somnium. He's making pace, dude. We gotta stop him. He's getting through all the mental locks.
Am I being synced?
Oh shit. Uh-oh. This might be a... Oh no. So, uh-oh.
Sync? No good. I can't turn it off.
Oh, there's a knife.
What? Damn it, what is this?
Ah, here we go. So I swapped with Rohan, right? When was this? When did this happen? Was it... Was it when Hitomi got shot?
Go to the sink room, huh?
Uh-oh. Using 60 seconds. So is he... Wait, he's not trying to complete.
It's a sink machine.
If we fail time, that's GG's. That it? Looks like it. There's only one straight path. Unsealed. What happened there? What was he holding?
Me? What was he doing? Sink. Again.
Oh, I was Rohan, right? Rohan was 89.
A door? This wasn't here before. This is...
Silty. What is he trying to do?
Help me! Help me!
Being a bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
blood. The picture. Blood.
Music is getting pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie.
Blood. Damn.
Oh,
This. It's them.
he's the man behind the mirror.
You're... Damn, nothing. You're... I can't. I just can't do it. You're... I touched him, but nothing happened. You're... It's just a mirror. Damn it!
You just straight up took the eye, man.
That's it. Just a little more.
Then he just sinks down. Uh oh. What to do?
I'm sinking.
One other thing to do here, sink, right?
I can't stop it.
Oh no. Uh-oh. I don't want to sing.
What do I do?
Oh damn. Slow run. No, not like this. Oh no.
What is this? Ah!
Maybe I should have waited.
That was...
Care to give us a... Oh. A6. Okay. Got his body back again. Alright, chain.
I did it! I did it! Oh, this feeling! I'm back. I got it all back! This fake eye is awful. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. I think I'll keep it.
Daddy.
This prototype machine has a special function. The body I am transferring my consciousness into will receive a stimulant. The other body receives a sedative. You will be feeling it soon. Oh, but don't worry. Like I told you earlier, my plan is to kill Iris and Hitomi in front of you. So I can't be killing you right away. You will watch them die, and then you will follow in their footsteps. You should be honored.
My body won't move. My vision is getting hazy. My consciousness was melting away. Clarity fading. I don't know what happened. I could only watch as it unfolded in front of me. The scene that played before my eyes left me dumbfounded. It was a fragment of my memory, lost all those years ago. A piece of my past buried deep in my subconscious. What happened? How did it play down? Let's see how it happened.
Ratty cake, baker's man.
Oh.
Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it, poke it, fill it with fruit. Put it in the oven. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win! Yay! Now you have to take the penalty.
Pinch on the cheeks, eh?
Up, side to side, up, down, pinch.
Iris, remember when you asked me what your stage name should be?
Oh, damn.
How about A-Set?
A-set?
You bet. That's right, I thought of that name. This is when I told Iris about her name. Greek and Egyptian mythology too.
A-set. It's pretty. I love it.
You see that flower over there? It's a very special flower that blooms in the cold. A winter iris. Just like the iris from Greek mythology.
She's the messenger goddess. And the goddess of rainbows, too.
That's right. That's why the iris means good news and hope.
Good news. Hey, Uncle. You met Mommy at this shrine, right? Gonna hear good news from you two.
Hey.
What?
When will Uncle be my dad?
The Okonomiyaki War.
Iris drew it. She must have really enjoyed herself. She even said that she wanted to do it again soon.
Yeah, we should. We'll do it whenever she likes. Maybe even every day.
Oh, you. Every day?
Hitomi, do you want to live together? The three of us?
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
People are going to talk.
I don't care about that one bit.
Well then, hypothetically, what if Iris and I were being hunted down by a secret organization?
Well, I'd defend you, of course.
What if they're zombies?
Zombies?
Remember when we went to that haunted house and you were clinging to my arm?
Because it was dark and it came out of nowhere. But fine. I don't care if it's zombies or aliens or whatever else. I will defend you and Iris with my life.
Thank you. Well then, My answer is yes.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
This is...
Now I understand. I understand why Rohan Kumakura wanted these two dead. So Tsujima asked Rohan to take Manika's corpse deep in the mountains, where no one would find it. Rohan found out that Hitomi knew about it. He also found out that Manika had given birth to a child. If the media get a hold of it, Congress Tsujima would be ruined. And that information would no doubt lead to discovering Manika's murder. So and Saito would be arrested immediately. And that investigation would lead straight to Rohan. But Rohan never told So about Hitomi and Iris. I don't know why not. Maybe he decided it wasn't important enough to mention. Played it close to the chest, needed to know basis only, and that way there'll be no loose ends. That's why Rohan hired the assassin Falco, meaning me, to kill Hitomi and Iris.
You got it? I want you on this right away.
He just popped his head right there.
If you could do it in 2, maybe 3 days, that would be great. Good luck.
I can't say no to that. Of course I couldn't go through with it. If I didn't kill him, someone else would. I was sure of it. I needed a plan. How could I get out of the organization and keep them safe? But I couldn't think of anything. I didn't know what to do. I needed advice. From an old friend who's an old friend.
I see.
Ah, the boss.
I hear some pretty crazy confessions in my line of work, but this one takes the cake. But don't worry, all right?
Alright, I used to work as a police officer at Morn and a assassin at 9.
You could have told me you were being attacked by Martians and I still would have believed you.
Damn. Truth is, Boss and I were both in the same rookie class of police recruits in our 20s. We've been close ever since.
So, can you help me?
I do have one idea.
Huh?
Have you heard of the new investigation department, Abyss? I was put in command there.
Boss explained Abyss in syncing to me.
The sync machine is normally used to look inside someone's head, but it does have another function. You can technically use it to swap bodies.
Swap bodies?
Right. So if we use that...
What do you mean?
I mean, switch bodies with Rohan. The new you will be Rohan, chairman of the Kumakuras. Then you can send out an order. No one lays a finger on Hitomi and Iris.
What about Rohan? Won't he be in my body?
Just get rid of it, I guess.
Whoa.
Get rid of it?
You can take this opportunity to get rid of Falco once and for all. No one will know what really happened. No one will ever find out that a police officer was moonlighting as an assassin. It's 2 birds with 1 stone, right?
Made a good point. And I had no reservations about giving up my body. My body had soaked in so much blood over the years. I was almost glad to be rid of it. But I did have a single regret. Yeah, they won't recognize me. With my body switch, I couldn't show myself to Hitomi or Iris. I would never be able to see them again. But I didn't care. As long as they were safe.
Alright. Leave everything to me. Hayato Yagyu.
Oh. That was my real name. Hayato.
Boss, how did you bring in Rohan Kumakura?
I made up some charges and had the cops take him in.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Because he's about to switch bodies.
Alright. Rohan has been put to sleep. He will not be waking up for a while.
Remember, to get your consciousness to fully transfer.
Go over
Yeah,
6 minutes.
I know. I understand.
Down.
Stay in Somnium for more than 6 minutes. Right.
We're counting on you.
Let us begin. 3, 2, 1.
Stop! Please! Please. Help me. Help me.
You're...
It's me.
Rohan?
Did you forget your own idea?
Does that mean...
I'm Hayato Yagyu. The switch worked.
Hey, take me to the office.
And there's been a breakthrough in the case.
I know. You don't have to say it.
regarding the Cyclops serial killings, right?
How did you know?
We can monitor what happens in the Somnium from this room.
Alright, Boston Pewter explained, yep. There wasn't just one Cyclops serial killer, there were two. One was Rohan, the other was Saito Sejima. The thing revealed everything.
We should ask him about it.
Good idea. When Rohan wakes up, we'll interrogate him. Huh?
What happened?
What? Pewter, where is he?
How would I know?
This is bad.
Who's that guy?
Hey, which way did Rohan go?
Huh? Rohan's standing right there.
No, this isn't Rohan.
Yagyu, where is Yagyu? Where did he go?
Oh, him. He just left.
What?
Why didn't you stop him?
What do you mean? He's a detective. He said he wanted to leave, so I opened the door. Did I do something wrong?
No, don't tell me.
Oh shit. Now it makes sense. Had a bad feeling, an awful terrible feeling down to the bones. I knew where he was headed. I ran out to the parking lot, got in the car and floored it. Oh no, this is the part.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here at this hour?
Such beautiful eyes.
Oh, stop. You're always flattering me. Anyway, come on in. I'll make us some tea.
Oh, just hurry. Oh, he pulls up the 9mm.
You bastard!
No! Stop!
No. Oh, it hurts.
No.
Stop right there!
That makes sense. Tomi had to endure a long, complicated surgery, but she survived. It came at a price. She was left with a permanent injury. She lost all use of her right hand, thanks to the bullet I fired from my own gun. I said nothing. I got up and left the hospital room. I left all my memories with her. That night... Wait, hold on. That night, I visited the Kumakura building and called them all together.
Everyone, listen up. Hitomi Sagan and her daughter Iris are untouchable from this day forward. If any of you lay a single finger on them, you don't want to know what'll happen to you. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
I went to So's mansion, my boss's request.
Meet with Saito. Figure out the truth behind the Cyclops murders. As long as you're like that, I think he'll be more open with you.
It's true. So I went to the Tsujima residence. When I got there, I said, I want to meet Saito, into the intercom. After a while, the gate opened and Saito himself welcomed me.
What is it you want to talk about?
Oh shit. I think it's a good time. It's a good time to stop it right now. You think? Oh shit. I think it's a good time right now. I think we've got a few more things left to do. Saito and Iris. Oh god, look at all what we've done. The album. Damn, look at all these concept art. Oh, it's all falling into place now. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I think next session is probably the last session. Oh, it's gone. What a terrible turn of events throughout, man. So at the time when we saw 89, he was talking, when 89 came in the other route, in the, was it in the Annihilation route? Yeah, the Annihilation route. 89 was Rohan at the time, that makes sense, right? Yeah. And he got into prison. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Damn. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Then, yeah, and then he switched. Whatever was gonna happen now, they switch. So, Saito is in Rohan. And then, I'm in Saito's body, right? And then after that, Rohan gets put into the his body. Rohan's body gets put into the asylum. 6 years. Then he went to Shoko, right? Then all that jazz happened. Oof. Damn, this story. This is it. This is the climax. This is where it's at now. We're at the peak now. The peak of the game. We've learnt everything. Now it's just the conclusion, right? And I have a feeling that we might have to use Iba's self-destruct. What was the number? 414... Oh, I don't even remember. 402... I think it's 41 or 12142. I don't even remember. RIP. I think it's 41200. 205, I mean. Something like that. Who knows? I'll remember it. Don't worry. I'll go back to the footage. But anyways, guys, I think this is it for this session. I hope you guys enjoy this session of Somnium Files. Next session is going to be the last session, 100%. I have a feeling. And I'll see you guys next time. I'll catch you guys later.